Let's go have fun, you and me in the old Jeep, right around town with our rifles on the front seat. Fun, you and me in the Middle East, shooting at rocks, bullets cocked in the midday. Son, you and me in the old Jeep, right around town with our rifles on the front seat. Fun, you and me in the Middle East, shooting at rocks, bullets cocked in the midday.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a DIY video. More specifically, it's going to be a grunge t-shirt DIY. There's 3 of them that I show you how to make in this video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But I figured I'd give you a little update on what's happening with my hair because it was just bright green in my last video, and it's like, what just happened? So I'm going through a process of getting my color out so I can go back to platinum white. Make sure you stay tuned to my channel because I will show you what it looks like in not the next video, but the next video. So next video I'll have this hair. Next video I'll have new hair. So make sure you stay tuned for that if you want to see what it looks like. But I know it's kind of a hot mess right now, but it kind of looks cute at the same time, and I don't know why, and it's really confusing me on why my hair doesn't look absolutely horrendous. Like, it does, but I don't, like, it's not bothering me. So anyway, I will stop talking and we will get straight into this video.
Okay, so for our first victim, you are only going to need scissors for this and then just any shirt. So to make the awesome distressed look, all you do is you open a pair of scissors and just scrape across the top of your t-shirt. This honestly is the best way I have found to shred a t-shirt. It's so much better than cutting it, and I've done this to a lot of my t-shirts because it just looks so cool after you're done. I've like really destroyed some of my t-shirts, so you can really have fun with this. Just rip it wherever you feel like. I do a lot around the neck because I just think that looks really cool, and then usually around the bottom seam. But, you know, you do you with this one because you're just going out a t-shirt with scissors. So next shirt in our lineup, you're going to want to grab it in the center of the top seam and the very center of the bottom at the seam, and you're going to fold it in half lengthwise. Now, we want it to be as straight as possible because if it's not, you end up with a crooked neckline and it totally messes up the entire design of your shirt. So you're going to go to the point where you want your V to stop, and you're going to cut up in a very slight diagonal motion to your neckline. Now, don't cut off the seam where the band is at the top of the shirt. You're going to go up to that line and you're going to stop right by like the shoulder seam area, and you are going to cut off that little triangle of material around the hem. So again, not cutting that hem or the seam at the sleeve. We are stopping at both of those points because we want to leave that at the very top because that will be our top strand. And then you want to pull it after cutting it to curl in the ends of the t-shirt that you just cut. Then next, I am just going to cut off the bottom hem and make sure you line it up before you do this so it does not end up crooked, and we're going to use that for the straps across the middle of the V. So I cut this as close as I could to the seam, and then I'm going to put a magazine in between the shirt, and I turned it inside out for this part. And I am just going to be measuring with that hem that we had before, and I'm putting the outside of the shirt facing down because I want it to have a cleaner edge from the front when the shirt is right side out. And then, like I said, just measuring that and placing them where I want them, and then we're just going to go back through and glue all of those. Now, glue them like right along the edge of the seam, not quite up next to it because we don't want the glue to go over the edge, but we want it to be close enough to where it doesn't look awkward, if that makes sense. So it's not like curling up under itself while it's attached. And I'm just doing a little line all the way across so it secures it in place, and make sure you use a glue that says it is fabric safe because you don't want your shirt falling apart. Then I'm going to trim off all the excess of that material, and you're pretty much done with it. It's pretty dang simple. So third shirt, we are doing the same thing as we did with the second one. We are grabbing at the middle of the seam at the bottom and at the neckline, and I'm just pinning my V-neck together. This one, it doesn't matter if it's a V-neck or a crew neck because you're cutting off the top seam. So again, go down as far as you want your V and go up in a slight angle, and we are going to cut off the top seam. I know I didn't do it until later, but I totally forgot to film that part, so make sure you cut off the seam around the neck, otherwise your shirt will lay really, really weird. And then next thing you're going to need is some sort of like rope or ribbon. This one's like one I just found at Joann's. And then I'm going to mark even spaces on my shirt with a little pair of scissors, and you're going to make the world's smallest hole. Like literally you should be able to barely see this, because if it's any bigger than that, it will show whenever you stick the rope through it, because it does stretch because it is a t-shirt. And then you're literally just going to lace up your shirt like a shoestring. And I left all the excess of my rope on until the very end because I didn't want to cut anything until I knew how long I wanted it, because after I finished lacing this, I tried it on to make sure that it all laid right, and I adjusted it after that. But you're basically just going to do that all the way up to the neckline and stopping where you want the lace up part to stop. Then once you have it all laced up and straightened up how you like it, just tie off the ends and try to make them as even as possible. It doesn't particularly matter because I by no means measured this because it will change. And then trim off the excess. I left about an inch below the knot so it would have kind of like a frayed look when I washed it. And then after that, I'm straightening up the bottom seam and I am going up a certain number of stripes. I use a pattern one for this shirt because it's honestly just easier, but you can use whatever you want. And I'm cutting off that bottom seam. Then once you cut that bottom seam off, make sure to stretch out the bottom of your shirt to where it doesn't have like an awkward look to it. It kind of like rolls it up and makes your line look even if your line is totally not even.
Alright guys, so that is it for the DIYs for this video. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and also comment down below if there's any other DIYs you'd like me to show you guys how to do or anything else you'd like to see on my channel. Just let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media. I have 2 Instagrams, a Snapchat, a Facebook, and a Pinterest, and all of the names and links to everything will be down below. If you guys want to see my previous video, I have that linked as well down below. So that's it for this video. I will see you guys next time. Love you guys. Bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about hair. The #1 question that I get asked about hair is how do I keep my hair color vibrant? What do I do to keep it healthy while it's colored and while I change all the colors?